They say greatness is a gift, something you're born with. But what if I told you that's a lie? What if I told you greatness is not inherited, it's earned? Every drop of sweat, every early morning, every sacrifice. That's where champions are made. You are not born a legend. You build yourself into one, brick by brick, day by day. This is the mindset that turns doubt into dominance. This is being built, not born. They look at the top and say, he was just born that way. As if greatness is some inherited crown, passed down through bloodlines or gifted at birth. But the truth, the raw, gritty, unfiltered truth, is far less glamorous and far more empowering. No one is born unstoppable. No one emerges from the womb with world records in hand or trophies in their cradle. Greatness is earned. Greatness is built. It is sculpted from nothing but willpower, forged in silence and hardened by repetition. People love to romanticize talent. They say, he's a natural. But what they never see are the invisible years. The years before the cameras, before the applause. Before the world took notice. They don't see the kid staying behind after everyone else has left. They don't see the early mornings when the rest of the world is still asleep. They don't feel the ache in the muscles. It's the pain in the bones or the doubt screaming inside the head. What they see is the result. What they miss is the relentless grind behind it. Talent might give you a head start, but it's this discipline, hunger, and grit that carry you to the finish line. In fact, those who depend solely on talent often fall short. Because talent breeds comfort, and comfort is the enemy of growth. When you're told you're special, you stop working like you're not. And that's the danger. Because there is always someone out there training harder, hungrier, with more to prove. That someone wins. Every time. So if you weren't born into privilege, if you weren't handed opportunity, if you were overlooked, counted out, underestimated, good. That means your fire has to come from within. That means you won't rely on luck. You won't wait for a chance. You'll build your shot with your own 2 hands. While others are waiting, you're working. While others are resting, you're rising. Every second becomes an investment in the version of yourself you haven't even met yet. That's the mindset. You don't hope for greatness. You outwork everyone to earn it. It starts small, saying no to distractions. It's sacrificing what's easy for what's necessary. Training not just your body, but your focus. It's learning to love the monotony of improvement. Because the truth is, champions aren't made in moments. They're made in habits. Every rep, every drill, every film session, every stretch, every meal. It's not the highlights that define them. It's the invisible hours. You have to be obsessed with the climb. You have to crave the discomfort, because in discomfort is where transformation lives. Pain is not the enemy, it's the proving ground. It's the gym when your legs are burning, the field when your lungs are gasping, the extra sprint when your body screams, no more. That's where you separate yourself. That's where the difference is made. It's not in front of fans, not in the glory, but in the solitude of your struggle. And that brings us to the heart of it all. Discipline. The most undervalued superpower in a world addicted to quick results and shortcuts. Discipline is what remains when motivation fades. Anyone can be motivated for a day. Anyone can post an inspirational quote. But discipline is what gets you out of bed at 5 a.m. It's when it's cold, dark, and no one's watching. Discipline is running that last mile, lifting that last rep. It's do it all again tomorrow and the day after that. There's a difference between wanting and working. Everyone wants to be great. Very few are willing to suffer for it. And make no mistake, it does require suffering. It requires sacrifice. While your friends are out partying, you're recovering. While others are scrolling, you're stretching. When they sleep, you study. It's when they slow down, you speed up. And that kind of discipline doesn't come from a coach, a parent, or a paycheck. It comes from the voice inside your head that says, I'm not done yet. There's a reason the best never relax. It's because they know how easily comfort can become complacency. The moment you think you've made it, someone else is gaining on you. It's so you wake up every day with something to prove, not to others, but to yourself. It's you hold yourself to standards so high that even your best yesterday isn't good enough today. You demand more, not because you're not grateful, but because you know you're capable of more. It's discipline isn't just about showing up. It's about showing up at full intensity. Every time. It's not just training hard. It's training smart. It's recovery, nutrition, sleep. It's attention to detail. It's mastering your craft down to the tiniest nuance. While others are satisfied with good enough, discipline pushes you to pursue excellence, especially when no one is clapping for you. You don't become elite by accident. You become elite by design. By planning your days, structuring your goals, organizing your habits. There's a system to greatness, and that system doesn't care how you feel today. It demands execution. And those who obey that demand, those who prioritize their purpose over their emotions, become untouchable. There are no secrets, no hacks. The recipe is simple: outwork everyone, stay consistent, stay locked in. You may not be the most gifted, the most popular, or the most lucky, but you can be the most relentless. That's the edge no one can take from you. It's easy to look at success from the outside and believe it came easy. But the inconvenient truth is that behind every ounce of success is a mountain of sacrifice, missed birthdays. It's delayed gratification, years of anonymity. There's no applause in the process, no fans, no likes. But that's where the magic is. That's where transformation happens. There will be days you want to quit. Days when your body aches and your mind begs for rest. But that's when you lean into discipline. That's when you remind yourself, you're not chasing a temporary high, you're building a legacy, one that will outlive the pain, outlast the fatigue, and overshadow every excuse you ever made. If you want to be built, not born, you must understand this: nobody hands you a crown. You have to forge it yourself, with blood, sweat, with unwavering will, and in that journey, you become someone unrecognizable to who you were. Someone sharper, hungrier, not just physically, but mentally. It's because discipline isn't just about action, it's about identity. It becomes who you are. It's not someone who trains when it's convenient, but someone who trains because it's necessary. Not someone who avoids failure, but invites it, embraces it, learns from it. Because discipline breeds courage. It erases fear. It creates clarity. When you know you've put in the work, real, it's disciplined work. You walk into every arena knowing no one has out-prepared you. That kind of confidence, that's earned. It's the beauty of all this. It's available to anyone. No one is excluded. It's because it's not about what you were born with. It's about what you're willing to build. The tools are inside you. The clock is ticking. The question is, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to sacrifice comfort for character? Are you willing to endure repetition without cognition? Are you willing to bet everything on yourself when no one else will? Because those are the questions that separate dreamers from doors, talkers from workers, talent from legacy. And when you answer yes, truly, then something changes in you. You stop chasing validation and start chasing mastery. You stop hoping for miracles and start creating moments. You stop asking, why me? And start declaring, try me. This is what it means to be built, not born. It's not a slogan. It's a way of life. One forged in the fires of effort, cooled in the silence of sacrifice, and sharpened with the blade of discipline. It's, it is a commitment to rise again and again, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. It's let the world keep searching for the next natural, let them chase raw talent, let them talk about luck. You'll be too busy working. It's too locked in, too focused. Because you know the truth. You don't have to be born a legend. You just have to build like one. They all start with excitement. In the beginning, motivation is easy. It's everywhere. On posters, in music, in highlight reels. It's like powerful. You feel power rush, you feel ready. But then it fades. The alarm goes off at 4:30 a.m. and it's cold. It's your body aches. There's no cheering crowd, no spotlight, no roar of approval. It's just you, the grind, and the question. It's do I still want this? That's when you find out if you're serious. That's when you separate yourself from the pack. Because the truth is motivation is a spark, but obsession is fire. Motivation is a feeling. Obsession is a decision. It's not a mood you wait for. It's a mindset you live by. Obsession doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't care if you're tired, sore, frustrated, or doubted. It's not about balance. It's not about purpose. It eats your excuses. It silences distractions. It narrows your world until only one thing matters, getting better. You don't need motivation when you're obsessed, because obsession wakes you up. It whispers to you in your sleep. It pulls you back into the gym, back onto the field, back into the film room, over and over again. It becomes your lens. It's everything you do, how you eat, how you sleep, how you breathe, is filtered through your obsession with improvement. We are obsessed. When you count hours, you don't negotiate with effort. You don't ask, how much longer? You ask, what else can I do? While others are aiming to finish the drill, you're looking to dominate it. While they're content to show up, you're addicted to showing out. People will tell you to find balance, to take it easy, to not burn out. They'll say obsession is unhealthy. But let's be honest. Those people aren't chasing legacy. They aren't building anything eternal. Balance is fine for the ordinary. But if you want to live a life few ever will, you have to do things few ever do. And obsession is one of them. You become so locked in that the noise disappears. Criticism doesn't shake you. Praise doesn't distract you. The only voice that matters is the one that says, it's more, one more rep, one more step toward the edge of what you thought was possible. That's what obsession does. It pushes you into uncomfortable places until discomfort becomes your new comfort zone. Obsession turns work into joy. It's not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. It's because there is nothing more satisfying than watching your obsession become your reality. Watching your work speak for itself. It's watching people call you lucky when they never saw the lonely nights, the broken bones. It's the internal wars you fought just to keep going. And when you're obsessed, you don't need recognition. You're not working for applause. You're working for evolution. You're chasing a version of yourself so rare, so precise. It's that only you can define it. You're sculpting yourself, piece by piece, through obsession. You don't fear burnout. You fear being average. That's why obsession beats motivation every single time. Because motivation is emotional, and emotions are fleeting. Obsession is foundational. It's the steel spine behind your consistency. It's the reason you show up on good days, bad days, rainy days, and broken days. While they're waiting for the right time, you're making time. While they're resting on talent, you're pushing through torment. Obsession isn't pretty. It's raw. It's gritty. It's painful. but it pays in transformation. And transformation is what this entire journey is about. But make no mistake, on this journey I will find you. It won't knock gently. It'll crash through your door. It's tear through your confidence and sit heavy on your chest. You'll miss shots. You'll make mistakes. You'll lose. Sometimes by a little, sometimes by a lot. And in those moments, everything inside you will want to quit, to hide, to blame. It's to start over or walk away. But champions don't run from failure. They don't curse it. They respect it. It's because failure is the mirror. It shows you who you are, not when everything is going right, but when everything is falling apart. And what you do in that moment defines you. Failure isn't the end. It's the beginning. It's data. It's feedback. It's the ultimate teacher, ruthless, honest, and absolutely necessary. When you lose, you learn. When you fall, you grow. You take the hit, and instead of breaking, you bounce back. Wiser, sharper, more dangerous. Every setback you endure becomes part of your arsenal. Every defeat becomes a scar that reminds you, you've been here before. And you got back up. Failure, when used right, is the fuel that keeps the fire alive. It tells you where the gaps are, where the weaknesses hide, and if you listen, really listen, it will show you how to evolve. People are afraid to fail because they think it means they're not good enough. But what they don't see is that no one who's great ever got there without falling hard and often. The road to excellence is paved in losses, missed goals, shots, missed chances. But the difference is what happens next. Most people fold. They settle. They rewrite their goals to match their comfort. But the relentless, they don't lower the bar. They raise their standards. They don't water down the dream. They double their effort. They don't run from failure. They run toward the lesson it carries. Because when you use failure as fuel, you become unstoppable. You're no longer afraid of losing, because losing isn't final. Quitting is. And that's something you've erased from your vocabulary. You're not defined by your worst days. You're shaped by them. It's forged in them. And every loss becomes a chapter in your comeback story. There will be times when people doubt you. It's when you doubt yourself. When nothing you do seems to work. And that's when your relationship with failure matters most. Will you let it make you better? Or will let it make you better? You take the pain and pour it into the work. You take the shame and convert it into stamina. You take the tears and let them water the soil of something far greater. Because every great achievement is fertilized by loss. Every milestone sits on a foundation of failure that was never wasted. Obsession and failure go hand in hand. You become obsessed with getting it right. Because you felt what it means to get it wrong. You know what it's like to walk off the pitch in silence. To look in the mirror and question everything. And because you've been there, you build something deeper than desire. You build resolve. You stop fearing the fall, because you've fallen before. And every time you rose stronger, wiser, sharper. And now, failure doesn't scare you, it sharpens you. It's not a threat, it's a test. And you're ready for it. It's because you know it's part of the process. So let others chase comfort. Let them hide from hard truths. You're fueled by failure and guided by obsession. You don't need easy. You just need purpose. And purpose is what wakes you up at dawn. Purpose is what drags your body through fatigue. Purpose is what whispers. Try again, even when you've failed times before. You know that nothing worth having comes without pain. Without disappointment. Without falling flat in front of people who expected you to shine. But you also know this. The fall is temporary. The rise is inevitable. Because you're not fueled by applause. You're not driven by recognition. You're powered by something much deeper. The obsession to improve, the refusal to surrender. It's the absolute hunger to prove to yourself, not the world, that you will not break. And with that, you become dangerous. Dangerous not because you never fail, but because you never stay down. Dangerous because you keep showing up, keep learning, keep evolving. While others chase comfort, you chase excellence. While others stop at good enough, you go beyond. Because the road to greatness is not a straight line. It's jagged, rugged, and paved with disappointment. But if you can walk it, stumble down it, crawl through it, rise from it, you'll discover a version of yourself that no one can shake. A version molded by obsession, empowered by every failure you refuse to let define you. Let them doubt, let them forget. Let them count you out, it doesn't matter. You're not here for approval. You're here for growth. You're here to get better, stronger, sharper, every single day, no matter the cost, no matter the pain. Because this isn't about a phase or a trend. This is who you are now, not someone who waits to be inspired. Someone who's obsessed with improvement. Not someone who fears defeat. It's someone who turns every failure into fuel. And with that, there's no limit to what you'll become. They see the victory. They see the confetti. They see the cameras flashing. The moments frozen in time, the medals around the neck. But what they never see, what they'll never understand, is what had to be given up to get there. Because success, real success, demands something from you. It asks for parts of your life, pieces of your heart, years you'll never get back. It doesn't come to those who want it. It comes to those who are willing to trade for it. Sacrifice is the real currency of greatness. People say they want to be the best. But when the cost shows up, they hesitate. They want the rewards without the risks, the results without the struggle. But it doesn't work that way. The road to greatness is littered with things you had to leave behind. Moments missed, relationships stretched, pleasures postponed. Sacrifice isn't the side dish, it's the main course. And the ones who rise, they're the ones who never stop eating from that plate. You have to choose between comfort and conquest. While others are out celebrating, you're still grinding. While others sleep in, you're already sleeping. Birthdays, holidays, vacations, they all blur into one because the mission doesn't pause for a calendar. Your time becomes a weapon. Your attention a shield. You start saying no to anything that doesn't build you. Not because you don't care, but because you care too much. You've set your sights on something most people can't even imagine. And that kind of vision doesn't leave room for distractions. Sacrifice isn't just what you give up. It's who you become in the process. You learn to endure solitude. You learn to enjoy the silence, the stillness, the isolation. Because that's where champions are carved. Away from the lights, away from the noise. You learn to be your own motivator, your own critic, your own guide. And the deeper you go into that discipline, the more you realize the pain isn't punishment, it's preparation. The lonely hours, the missed parties, the relationships that faded away, not losses but investments, every single one. Most won't understand you. They'll call you obsessed, cold, too serious, too intense. And they're right. You are. Because average never made history. Comfort never built an empire. You didn't come this far to blend in. You came to rise. And the truth is, if everyone approves of your lifestyle, you're probably not pushing hard enough. The grind isolates you. But isolation creates identity. That's where you separate. That's where your character sharpens, your mindset strengthens, your focus becomes unshakable. You stop chasing acceptance, and you start chasing alignment, living in tune with the standard you set for yourself. And that standard It's brutal. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you're emotional. It just asks one thing. Did you give everything? Because sacrifice doesn't work halfway. You can't put in 80%, expect 100% return. This path demands everything. And it gives you something back, yes, but only after it takes your excuses. It takes your laziness. It takes your fear. It strips you down to the essence of who you are. And what's left? That's your foundation. That's the real you. Raw, relentless, unstoppable. And over time, you start to change. You don't look at things the same. You start to crave the challenge. You stop fearing the hard work and start embracing it. You see sacrifice not as a burden, but as a badge. Because now you understand. It's not just about winning a match, lifting a trophy, hearing your name chanted. It's about legacy. And legacy is never built in comfort. Fame fades. Applause dies. But legacy echoes. You could chase the likes, the headlines, the quick dopamine hits. You could sell out, take shortcuts, do what's popular instead of what's right. But that's not why you're here. You're not chasing temporary validation. You're building something immortal. Something that stands, even when the world forgets your name. Legacy isn't measured in followers. It's measured in impact, in how you made others feel, in what you stood for when no one was watching. In the example you set, not just when you won, but how you behaved when you lost. It's in your work ethic, your discipline, your refusal to bend even when the pressure mounts. Fame is loud, legacy is silent. But legacy lasts longer. Fame is about now. Legacy is about forever. People who chase fame are always looking around. Who's watching? Who's clapping? Who's noticing? But the ones who build legacy, they're looking within. Did I give my all today? Did I improve? Did I honor the work? They're not worried about going viral. They're worried about staying true. Because they know popularity is rented, character is owned. Legacy isn't built in one moment. It's built in 1,000 unseen decisions. The choice to stay late when everyone else leaves. The choice to rehab instead of relax. The choice to train with intensity even when your heart's not in it. It's what you do when no one will ever know. Because true legacy isn't a performance. It's a pattern. There's a difference between being remembered and being respected. You can trend for a day, you can win a title. But legacy, that comes from who you became along the way. From how you carried yourself. From how you handled pressure. From how you inspired others not with your words, but with your habits. People don't remember what you did. They remember how you made them feel about their own limits, how you gave them permission to dream bigger, how your grind reminded them to stop making excuses. You become a symbol, not of perfection, but of persistence. That's the real win. That's the end game. Not the moment you're handed the trophy, but the day a kid says, "Because of you, I never gave up." Not the check, not the commercial, but the impact, the ripple effect of your choices. That's legacy. And here's the hard part. You may never see it fully. You may never get to witness all the lives you changed. But you keep going anyway, because this was never about you. It was about something higher. Purpose over pleasure, discipline over desire, legacy over fame. So you keep sacrificing, not for applause, but for alignment. You keep pushing, not for fans, but for freedom. The freedom that comes from knowing you gave every ounce of your potential a chance to breathe. You keep showing up again and again, not because it's easy, but because it matters. While others chase attention, you chase improvement. While they market themselves, you mold yourself. While they demand credit, you deliver results. You stay quiet and dangerous, focused and free, because you've made peace with what most fear. that the real reward isn't the stage, it's the standard. That being elite isn't about being seen, it's about being prepared, being consistent, being obsessed with the process, even when it's lonely, brutal, and unrewarded. You won't be remembered for what you posted, you'll be remembered for what you built, for the culture you created around you, for how you elevated others just by being you. And that only happens when your mission is bigger than your ego, when your fuel comes from within, not from likes, shares, or headlines. It's you chose this path, you knew the cost, and you paid it willingly. You knew that real power comes not from being celebrated, but from being significant, not from hype, but from hard work, not from fame, but from the fire that refuses to go out, because fame is easy to get. A moment, a highlight, a trend. But legacy is built when no one's clapping, when no one's watching, when no one's offering you anything but resistance, and yet you keep going, you keep building, you keep sacrificing, not because it's popular, but because it's right, not because it's fast, but because it's forever.